This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Made in Australia.
Good day, mates. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching our episode from here in Australia, in the Philippines, or all over the world. Welcome back to another episode of Made in Australia, INCRadio Australia's flagship show from the beautiful land down under here in the southern part of the earth, the beautiful land of Australia. Coming all the way here from the local congregation of Stirling here in the Ecclesiastical District of Western Australia, I am Brother Hans Actividad, and I am excited to once again be part of our show, now heading on to our fourth season. Last week, we introduced us to all of our new hobbies and to all of our personal interests and everything, all of the activities that we all love and enjoy doing. And to kick off, we will be starting with running as one of our hobbies. And I am so excited to hear about all of the wonderful stories, not only from myself and from also my co-host, but also from our guests today, all about running and their personal experiences as well. It is a beautiful sunny day here from where I am. Here in Stirling in Western Australia, it is 22 degrees and I feel the heat, and also it's a cool breeze outside. So it's pretty much the perfect time to go for a jog or even enjoy a good run. Right now, I am also being joined all the way from the east coast of Queensland. We also have Brother Morgan joining us once again. Hello there, Brother Morgan.
Yes, hello, Brother Hans, and to all of our viewers joining us today. I am Brother Morgan Goodfellow from the local congregation of Townsville in the Ecclesiastical District of Queensland, Australia, coming to you as well from the land down under the great southern land, Australia. So a beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to today's episode. We'd love to hear from you. Continue to share with your fellow men and brethren as well as your family. Personally, I'm very excited about today's episode. We'll be talking about running and the likes, our personal hobbies, and what keeps us fit and motivated throughout our daily living. But before we go anywhere with today's discussion, joining us live is Brother Warwick from the Songs of Salvation activity. Brother Warwick, how are you?
Hello, Brother Morgan and Brother Hans. I'm well, thank you. So, Brother Warwick Malloy from the local congregation of Kingston City in the District of Victoria, reporting live here from Springvale Town Hall. And we have here the brethren from across the District of Victoria. We have had 12 different congregations with their different choral, I want to say teams, essentially, singing, taking their turn singing and showing off their talent. We've had 2 provide their video remotely, and the amount of effort that's gone into this has been incredible. We've had all the people preparing for the event itself. We've had all the different congregations preparing their own let's say teams that they've been practicing for many months, and some of them have had to drive here for many hours to actually even be here. The weather's been pretty rough. It's even been a thunderstorm. So it's been a lot of effort, and with all the dedication, it just left us with so much, let's say, excitement, and just left a really big impression about this, how much heart and energy they've brought to this, how much love for God. It's been really touching, and everybody's been excited about their own congregations and the other congregations that they know. And so it's been really quite touching to just see the event, see the different congregations. And it's a true Christian family organization event with members as young as 9. We've had deacons, I think a minister, people from the choir. Been a lot of very active participation, brother.
Amazing, Brother Warwick. And who do we have joining you in the back? Is that one of the teams competing this day?
Yes. So from Shepparton, we have some of the brethren from Shepparton around us. And of course, Shepparton are very active in INCRadio. So, we love their contribution and we're very thankful for them.
Amazing, Brother Warwick. And a big shout out to the local congregation of Shepparton and to all those joining the Songs of Salvation activity today. A big thank you to all of you. I would also like to thank all of our viewers joining us today. And again, a big thank you to Brother Warwick for tuning in live from the Songs of Salvation activity. Brother Warwick, we'll continue on with today's discussion. We also like to say a big thank you to all of our viewers who constantly tuning in to INC Radio Made in Australia. For our mates of Made in Australia, we love for you to watch this week's thank you video, Mates of Mia.
The bushland to the beaches and everywhere in between. Let's thank this week's Mates of Mia.
From the local congregation of Manor Lakes, we are INC Radio.
All right, and again, a big thank you so much to all of the mates of Made in Australia. We appreciate all of your support, our constant viewers and listeners who send in their comments, who share their photos with their local congregations, to each of the resident workers, evangelical workers, and resident ministers, being able to share that with our producers here in INC Radio Made in Australia, and being able to show you guys taking part in the activeness of INC Radio Made in Australia whilst you're at your activities or in your family bonding events. A big thank you to all of your support. Again, we have a lot of support coming through in our live chat in YouTube at the moment. So a big shout out to our early birds, Brother Romar Scott, who is coming in from the choral competition, or as we had Brother Warwick live with us there with the Songs of Salvation. He is there at the moment as well, Brother Romar Scott, who says, "Hello, brethren, hashtag Shepparton." A lot of support coming in from Shepparton. Again, you could see a lot of the brethren there in their beautiful uniforms in the red, sparkling, bedazzled, looking amazing. We have Car Jesselyn. Happy viewing to all brethren coming in from Stirling. We have Car Hannah Charlene. Catch the video and drop your reactions in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Ellenbrook. We have Car Ronald L. Ellenbrook. Tune in and share your thoughts below. A lot of our viewers and listeners supporting INC Radio Made in Australia to bring forth your guys' comments, where you guys are tuning in from. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with all of INC Radio Made in Australia's updates. Again, we'd love to hear from you. Continue to share with your family and friends. We also have Car Jacqueline Garlad. Happy viewing to all from Shepparton as well. A lot of support coming in from Shepparton. Car Marvin Ferrer. Happy viewing to all in Melbourne. Car Olan Gabiola, Perth, the resident minister of Perth. Greetings from the local congregation of Perth. Thank you so much, Car Olan Gabiola. We appreciate your support and your hard work. We have Car Victor Andrew Forellis. Happy viewing to all of us. Greetings from the locale of Midland, coming in from Brother Hans, the very handsome Brother Hans' area there in Western Australia. We have Car Lee Esmella, as well as family members from the Esmella family. Car J. Greetings, Bob, from the local congregation of Perth. We have Ka Alona Diaz. Happy viewing po sa mga kapatid. Hashtag Sydney. And last but not least, we have Ka James Patrick Roy. Happy viewing to all, with love from Catherine Group Worship Service. So again, please continue to share with us your heartwarming stories about running, as that will be our topic today. And as we continue on, we want you to please watch this sneak peek of today's episode.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm Sister Selena Almodovar from the local congregation of Sterling here in the District of Western Australia. So what got me into running is the fact that I have so many things planned ahead of me, and I thought I would not be able to function well if I'm not mentally or physically fit for any of those things. So running is always and will always be a workout or an exercise that is free and convenient, and you can do it any time of day, whenever you feel like it. And what keeps me motivated is the mental strength and the physical fitness that I get from it. It also defogs my mind. It boosts my energy for the day, which keeps me going and also keeps me motivated to do whatever task I need to do. I really don't have any specific or favorite place that I go running at. But if there's one place that I usually go running to and fro, that would be just around the neighborhood. If there's one day that I will never forget in this whole running journey, it would be when my brother and I joined our very first 12K run with no training at all. And yes, we were very sore because we were not mentally or physically prepared for that hilly course. But through God's grace, we were able to cross the finish line with smiles on our faces and fulfilled hearts with no injuries at all. And then 2 years later, I joined another one just to prove myself that I can beat my own time. And yes, by God's grace, I was able to by 20 minutes. So yeah, very happy with that. If there is one piece of advice that I can share with my fellow beginner runners, it would be to invest in good running shoes, because not only that, they will literally take you to good places, but also they will make your runs as smooth and safe as possible.
Running isn't just exercise. It's a hobby that builds strength, focus, and resilience. It often starts with a simple jog or a run with friends and soon becomes something to look forward to. As a hobby, running clears the mind, strengthens the body, and connects people through shared goals and experiences. Every step brings a sense of freedom, joy, and purpose.
And that is a sneak peek of what is to come for today's episode. And shout out also to Sister Celine Almodovar from the local congregation of Sterling, also my home local congregation. Thanks for sharing us your wonderful video. Before we get into our discussions, we'll have a little bit of a break. So stay tuned, because you are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio's Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INC Radio.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
From rising every morning to face the unknown, embarking on a path where the outcome is uncertain, or starting over when you've hit rock bottom. There are many factors that can hinder us every day. But what keeps us going? What gives us courage? The presence of our friends and loved ones? Doing good work reminds us of the vitality of life. Living our purpose and fulfilling our duties inside the Church of Christ.
It doesn't take something big to show love. The right and thoughtful choices made with care can make a parent smile and turn an ordinary day into something special.
Dishes done, floors clean. A surprise mom and dad when they get here.
Wow! Hello, son.
Mom, you're early.
The house looks great.
Plus, I'm done with my assignments.
Oh, really? Oh. You always do your chores without being told. We see your effort, Carl, and we're proud of you. Here, we got you something.
What? How'd you know I want this? Thank you.
A child who brings joy to their parents is blessed even without asking. In the same way, when we live to please God, He gives us more than we could ever hope for. A reminder from Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio. Made in Australia.
All right, and welcome back to INCradio Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio Australia Satellite Studios. Before we continue, we want to shout out all of our loyal and constant supporters who are just flooding our engagement on YouTube with comments. We have Sister Annalyn Limbago, happy watching for again from Melbourne. We have Car Elaine Falan, viewing to Brother Matthew, CJ Koya John, and Ninang Cecilia from Fallon in Adelaide. We have Craig Carlo Laksamana, happy viewing for brethren from Dean Park. We have Gliza Coronel, happy viewing for from Allenbrook. Happy viewing, sister. We have Rain Malari from Rain Malari, the Sterling resident minister. Rain, we appreciate your support. For greetings from all brethren, who says greetings from all brethren, local congregation of Sterling. Greetings from all brethren in the local congregation of Sterling. Rain, we appreciate your support. We have Ella Ragat, happy viewing from Port Wakefield Group Worship Service. Thank you for tuning in, Ella. We have William Manabat, one of our very loyal and constant supporters, always tuning in, who says hello, Port, to Barron family. Happy viewing pod to all brethren from Shepparton. Good to see the brethren enjoying here at the Songs of Salvation. Thank you so much for tuning in, Brother William, as well as attending the Songs of Salvation activity. And I have a special shout out to my wife, Sister Judith de Guzman, Goodfellow now, who says happy viewing pod from the locale of Area C, District of Desmarinas, Cavite. Thank you so much, Marco, and to all of our beloved brethren who are tuning in. Continue to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to stay up to date with all of INCradio's updates. Share with us your thoughts, keep on commenting, and I'll be with you there in the live chat session shortly. For now, Karl Hans, let's get started with today's topic.
Thank you very much, Brother Morgan. And before we start, I will say this. This will be a very interesting conversation because not only are we going to have passionate runners, at the same time, they will also be coming from literally both the opposite sides of Australia. So we do have a couple from here in the West and also one of our sisters in one of our Eastern state districts. Let's start off first, Paul, with our beautiful and lovely couple here in Western Australia. Let's say hi, Paul, to Brother Roel and Sister Pat. Hello, Paul. Welcome to our show today.
Hello, Brother Hans. Hello, brother, my beloved brethren. This is Brother Roel, and this is my wife, Patricia. And we are both local of Sterling po. And I am the first head deacon. And
I'm a deaconess.
She's a deaconess.
Thank you very much, Po, Brother Roel and Sister Pat. Lovely to have you here today, Po. And now let's go all the way over east as we also introduce Sister Cheryl. Hello, Po, Sister Cheryl. Good afternoon, Po, from Perth.
Hi. Hello, Po, Brother Hans. How are you, Po? I'm Sister Cheryl Sena from the local of Dean Park, and I'm a deaconess. and a officer of the Christian Family Organizations for the Buklod.
Oh, thank you very much po, Sister Cheryl. And we love seeing very active brethren, not only as church officers, but also brethren who would love to share today their love for running as a personal hobby. And now let's get first to the very first exciting part of our conversation today, because I'm pretty sure starting off a hobby was also not an easy task. And personally, I'm more into running compared to when it was last time when I actually ran a lot more compared to now. And I would really love to hear from our guests today what it is like to go on a run. Now let's start off po with you, brother Rowan and sister Pat po. What inspired po and motivated you po to have running not only as a hobby but also as part now po of your daily living and your lifestyle po?
Brother Hans, uh, I had a short story. I had a very busy lifestyle. Used to be I'm working around. I have 14 to 16 hours in the computer screen, working, studying, and church documentations. Example like reporting and the like. And what happened was my son, Brother Patrick, at the local of Canberra, he was the one who started this hobby as a running. And then my wife was the first one started walking, jogging, and running by itself. And then I just supporting my wife. And then all of a sudden running became my hobby. And then the good thing was my son, he was supported on both all our gadgets, shoes and other things. And then now we're both walking and jogging and doing marathon.
Ooh, look at that. We love a good start to that, po, brother. Well, that's actually very exciting, po. So it's pretty much a big lifestyle change, po, from having to spend a lot of time during the day sitting down on computers. I could completely relate to this because of my current work at the moment where I am staring at screens as well, but not to the same capacity as Brother Rowell I was doing at the moment. That yes, lifestyle. That this is a good lifestyle change, but to get into running, and we love to hear that from you, po, brother, well, sister Pat. That it's a whole family thing, po. Now, what about you, sister Cheryl? How did you get into this lifestyle, po, of going into a run, po, and making it part of your daily life?
Originally I started running as a way to lose weight and get back to health after having my first child, and then I actually continued running throughout my third pregnancy, and then I haven't stopped running since.
Ooh, we love to hear that, Sister Cheryl. So it's basically integrated already into your lifestyle as keeping yourself very fit, especially as you go into these different stages that you had, even all the way to having your third child. Well, I think, Brother Morgan, this is going to be very interesting today, hearing different perspectives on how our guests have started running, po, and I think you'd also love to share your own experience as well, po. What do you
Yeah,
think?
absolutely, Brother Hans. To our viewers and to our beloved guests joining us today, I'm already intrigued by Sister Cheryl. Her journey. She had mentioned she was jogging whilst pregnant. That's very interesting, Sister Cheryl. We're going to get more of an insight in regards to that one. What sort of preparations do you need when it comes to running whilst pregnant? Again, you have to kind of have maybe some preparation, some supervision. How did you go about running whilst pregnant? It's very interesting.
So it's important to always consult your doctor first before running while pregnant. But because I was having a healthy pregnancy and I had been running prior to my pregnancy, my doctor was happy for me to continue running while I was pregnant. It did make for an easier labor at the end. So if you're already running and you're having a healthy pregnancy, I do recommend it, but obviously you consult your doctor first.
Yeah, absolutely, Sister Cheryl. Thank you so much. And again, there are a lot of health benefits to running whilst pregnant. It can provide, a lot of improved cardiovascular health, a lot of improved circulations and the likes. It can reduce your risk of any complications as well. Having a healthy body, healthy mind can also contribute to a healthy pregnancy, as well as enhanced mood. So thank you so much, Sister Cheryl. And for all those who may be in the same situation, don't be afraid to go out and to remain active whilst you are pregnant. And so for Sister Pat and Brother Rowell, we want to get a bit of an insight from your perspective, Paul. What are some of the things that runners, especially here in Australia, need to prepare for when going for a jog or for a run, for example? Do they need certain clothing, certain gear, the hydration situation? Does the weather contribute? Does this contribute to the quality of your exercise, Carl?
Yes, Brother Morgan, on all to the audience, you must have a proper running shoes. Make it sure that it's exactly fit to your foot, and make it sure that you're comfortable to use it. So I would say that is a very small investment at the start. So just mobile and a watch to monitor your heartbeat, the distance, and everything, and to monitor as well the weather is very significant. To monitor the weather, if it is cold, let's say if it's cold, you need a jacket or a hood and everything. And if it is warm, make sure that you have a lot of water while you're doing running.
Right, again, so a lot of preparation is needed before going for a jog. You got to understand the climate, the weather conditions, the appropriate footwear, especially contributes greatly to the effectiveness and overall health and well-being whilst jogging. It can benefit, reduced injuries to risk, definitely improved performance and comfort, and a better support tailored to your foot type and running style. So again, get associated with what sort of running style you have and the correct footwear that can contribute to your running style. But Sister Cheryl, in regards to your perspective and your running ethics and workouts, can you kind of give us an insight in regards to the preparations again when it comes to your routine, Paul?
For me, my routine, I like to run first thing every morning. I do find if I get that run done first thing in the morning, no matter how my day goes, my moods, I have a clear mind. I stay in a good mood all day, even if I've had like not the best of days at work or the day hasn't gone as planned.
Right. Yeah. So again, mood contributes as well. Make sure you're in the correct mood. I do believe even exercising can boost serotonin levels as well as endorphins, contributing to enhancing your mood for a positive change. So if you may be feeling a bit under the weather, go out and maybe get a bit of fresh air, some sunlight, and do a bit of running. It may just help reduce the mood that you may be experiencing. In that regard, Sister Cheryl, are there any local guidelines or rules that runners should keep in mind when it comes to a jogging or running plot?
I think if you're on a run path, it's just common courtesy to keep to your left. And then if you're going to overtake someone, it's kind of good to give them a heads up that you're going to overtake, especially if you're in a running event. But if you're just general running, keeping to the left is always common courtesy.
That one is very interesting. You don't often think about it, but typically, naturally, you'll hang to the left, and the other party coming from the other way will also tend to hang naturally to their left, giving each other enough leeway to do your routine or your exercise. But it's more of a natural thing. You never really think about it. But if you don't have that understanding, keeping to the left is a very good guideline to have. We thank you and appreciate that one, Sister Cheryl. For the Paz family, Sister Pat, Brother Rowell, do you guys have any guidelines or rules when it comes to running?
Yes, here in Perth, we have a guidelines. Let's say most likely in every shire, they have the signage in the park that let's say what time you should not be there already, something like that, and what time you can go there to run in the park. So you must follow that, and also the lane. We have the lane that sometimes very close to the cyclist, so you must follow the signage there and just follow the procedures.
Yeah, absolutely, Brother. Well, Sister Pat, we appreciate your insight. There are some common rules for jogging. Most importantly, prioritizing your safety, the proper equipment, and route awareness is vital. You got to understand where you are, where you're going, how to get back home. But again, with all of today's technology, GPS does help greatly. There's gradually increasing intensity. We'll talk more about that one later on in today's discussion. But as for now, Brother Hans, I do believe we have a lot more to discuss with our guests today.
Pretty much, Brother Morgan, and I look forward to the other parts too, because I'm sure we all do have these rules and things that we have to prepare for every time we go into a run. And yes, it's very essential also, not just for us here in the live studios, but also for all of us listening to and watching this episode. Please take note also and use these as potential guides, and also a few hints as well, to also make sure that you keep yourself safe while you're out at running. Now let's go to the fun part, Bob, because we have all of these rules and regulations that we do also need to follow. Let's also get into the fun part and how we enjoy our running. Now, brother Roba and sister Pat, I think here in Western Australia we do have a lot of different places we love to go on a run to. And can you please give us a little bit of a guide and show us also some places that you personally love to go to for you and sister Pat to go on a run, and which also add a little bit more interesting parts into your running book.
Yes, in our running, we commonly run in the beaches, in the park, in the city. So depend which place we want to go during the time we're running, and depend on what mood we have. But we prepared also the environment. We love the environment, so make it sure that give us some memories, and also to keep our bonding and harmony, to keep a solid relationship with Sister Pat, right?
Yeah, I think she sister Pat looks very happy being with you, brother Roel, and really I commend you both of you po, for being beautiful role examples po. And also in saying that po, could you also tell few specific places po to our viewers and listeners po, especially to those who have never been in Western Australia before? What specific places po do you love going to po, and which spots would you recommend if anyone comes here and wants to go out on a run? Which places would you recommend them to go to the most po?
Maybe go Hillary's, Lake Mumber, and so many beaches, nice place here. So,
and I can add as well, like Mitchell Park. That's a good place as well. That exactly overlooking the city, and the city, and also the Kings Park. You can run as well in there. Yeah. We have a lot of beautiful places here in Metro Perth or City Perth. It's one of the beautiful places here in Australia.
Thank you very much for those recommendations, po. And yes, personally, I've also been into a few of those locations. Kings Park being one of the most beautiful sites, po, especially for anyone who's trying to go on a run and wants to appreciate a beautiful view of the Swan River and the city of Perth skyline. It hits very beautifully, po, especially Brother Morgan and to everyone po from the eastern states and outside of Western Australia. Kings Park is one of the few places that I would recommend straight out for anyone who loves to go on a good walk or enjoy a good run. Hillary's, which is a little bit further up north, it's one of the northern beaches as well. But I do remember that very clearly, not only for the runs, but also there being the first time when I went fishing. Earlier this year also, when my dad and my mom came over here, my dad and I went along with one of our family friends. And shout out also to my dad, Brother Romana Tibida. Thank you very much, Daddy, for supporting me always. He and I went fishing for the first time as well in the same beach at Hillary's, and it was one of the best experiences that I had with my dad in recent memory. Now let's go to you, Sister Cheryl, over there in the eastern states. There in New South Wales, what favorite spots did you have or that you prefer going on a walk or a jog usually for running?
Some of my favorite spots, I guess, for my daily run, I live out in the suburbs, but there's a run path called the M7, which I enjoy running. It's a really long path all the way from the city to the south. So depending on how keen you are for your distance, that's a good run path. But obviously, one of my favorites would be running by the beach. There's the classic Bondi to Coogee run. Or for me, my personal favorite is down south, Wollongong Harbour. I love running the coast up and down Wollongong Harbour.
Beautiful. We love to hear coastline places from Sister Shell, and even to the past couple. We do have a few locations that are very close to the beach. And that's also one thing that's very personal. Also, that I do love walking and running by the beach. Also, not just because of the benefits of running, but also because the seawater does help a lot with getting rid of a lot of different things that are running within our respiratory systems too. And that really helped me as well overcome my childhood asthma. So yes, a personal tip that I would give out to anyone is to go on a walk or a run by the beaches, because it does help a lot with blood circulation and even air flowing within our bodies too. That's something I would personally recommend. Now, going to you, Brother Morgan, I think you would also have a few similar experiences to this boat. What do you
Yeah,
think?
absolutely, brother Hans. We have a beautiful scene here in Townsville along the east coast of Australia. We have a boardwalk and a strand or esplanade that runs right against the coastal line of northeast Australia here in Queensland. And it's just so beautiful to get that fresh air, as you had mentioned. There are a lot of benefits to running along the beach side, as you had mentioned. The salty air at the seaside also helps with reduced inflammation and respiratory systems, as you had mentioned, contributing to the improvement of your breathing, as well as any asthma side effects you may have experienced, Brother Hans. So if you have the ability or the opportunity to go for a run along the coast, there are a lot of benefits to it. Breathing in sea air can boost the immune system and again improve circulation. And again, just here being blessed to live in Townsville, northeast Queensland, here in Australia, with so close to the coastline, is just a beautiful, beautiful spot to go for a jog. So if you're ever up this way, give us a shout out and we can take you for a quick tour, just as Brother Hans and our guests will do the same for you today. If you ever happen to be in their areas, they are very familiar with the most beautiful and scenic routes to go for a jog. In saying that, for our guests today, we want to get a bit of an understanding of some of the most memorable or funniest moments you may have experienced during your times jogging together. So we'll start with the DePaz family. Brother Roel, Sister Pat, if you guys have any funny moments you'd like to share with us.
Yes, Brother Morgan. We experienced that when the time that Sister Patricia, she was preparing for the 42 kilometers or the whole marathon in Sydney. We ran all the way from city all the way to South Perth, South Street. So almost 42 kilometers back and forth. So my wife, she was struggling, and myself as well. So we worked together and relaxed during that time. That's one of the hardest moments that we experienced during our running moment.
Amazing, Brother Well, Sister Pat. We'll discuss more that regard in regards to the trial you guys might have faced during your marathon and how it may have contributed to the bonding of your marriage and just as a couple. But for now, we'll circle back to Sister Cheryl and try to get an insight in regards to maybe some funny moments you might have experienced during her time jogging. But Sister Cheryl.
For me, there's this annual run that me and my husband do. It starts off in the city, so in Sydney, and then it finishes at Bondi Beach. We did it last August, and usually every year the weather is beautiful, but this year it was torrential downpour. It rained nonstop for 14 kilometers, and it was quite a struggle to run in very wet running shoes, but we made it to the finish line.
Amazing. Yeah. So quite a trial you might have had to experience running a marathon nonetheless in torrential downpour. As a couple together, working through the rain and running together, how were you guys able to help one another get through that difficult part of your life?
It's just always good to have someone by your side. When you're running and you make it through, it makes you feel like you can achieve anything. So it was a good bonding experience for me and my husband. And we always look forward to that event every year.
Oh, amazing, Sister Cheryl. Thank you so much. And it is a blessing to be a Book Lord member of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. Book Lord is an organization within the Church of Christ for the married members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. And having that support, as Sister Cheryl had mentioned, is truly a blessing from our Lord God. So we appreciate you sharing that one with us, Sister Cheryl. Circling back once again to the DePaz family, you guys mentioned you guys had a bit of a trial in your marathon. How were you guys able to overcome that one together?
Yes, that's a really good question, Brother Morgan. We work together and we keep a stronger bonding our relationship with each other. And then we have a really good moment during our marathon, our walking, jogging. So we're spending a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother Orwell, Sister Pat, being able to make it through those difficult times together as married members or book Lord in the Iglesia Ni Cristo, all the more contributes to the strengthening of the bond that our Lord God has given us. So we appreciate your insight. During these difficult times, Brother Orwell, Sister Pat, and Sister Cheryl, have you been able to take anything from them after overcoming them? For example, have you been able to achieve any personal milestones or maybe just a life-changing experience from your time jogging or continuously jogging? We'll go back to Brother Orwell, Sister Pat.
Yes, first of all, Brother Morgan, let's say for the personal perspective, the benefits of running for me, I have a stronger endurance and strengthen my heart, and then have a sharp memory and also the mood regulatory. So it means I feel fresh all the time, and then I feel light, something like that. And also this is a stress reliever, and it helps a lot for my physical body and mentally well-being as well. And how about you, Sister Pat?
Maintain my still young, look young.
Yeah. That's for Sister Pat. And then for our relationship, we have a stronger relationship. Our bonding becomes stronger and stronger, and we look like younger.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother Orwell, Sister Pat, Sister Cheryl, there's no doubt about it. Your exercise, your constant working out and activeness, not only as a couple jogging together, but as members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo is definitely keeping you guys youthful. We appreciate how much you're able to contribute, not only your daily living to your exercises, but your exercise also contributing to your faith inside the Iglesia Ni Cristo. We understand you guys have high roles or honor within the Iglesia Ni Cristo as deacons and deaconesses. A very honorable mention to that regard, as it is a very high duty that isn't taken lightly. We understand that being able to remain fit and youthful and active in your daily living greatly contributes to the amount that you're able to contribute to our Lord God as active officers inside the Church of Christ. So again, thank you so much for sharing your insight. Circling back to Sister Cheryl, we understand you are also a very active member of the Church of Christ. How does your daily routine, your exercise contribute to your activeness as a member of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, Bob?
So with my running, Brother Morgan, I find that it builds my discipline, resilience, and strength. I'm a happier person when I'm running, so that makes me a better wife, mother, and definitely helps me with my church duty because I've got a healthy mind and healthy body to fulfill all my duties and always attend all the activities.
Amazing. Absolutely, Sister Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. But before we continue, we'd like to hand you back over to Brother Hans, who has all of our commenters flooding in with their support. Brother Hans.
Yes, Brother Morgan. Well, I was listening to all of the conversations going on right now, literally my comment section, our comment section, they're all being flooded with different commenters, and I'm even getting personal messages to give some personal shout outs. But let's go first to our commenters. We have Sister Isa Ting from the local congregation of Perth, Brother Danny Pineda from Maditon local congregation, Sister Eunice Trinidad viewing from Barossa Valley Group Worship Service and Port Adelaide local congregation in Victoria, Australia's ecclesiastical district, Sister Martha Sumalay from Dean Park local congregation. Also, Brother Kimpakipa helping viewing to all of our brethren in Sterling local congregation, Sister Jamie Gaviola, giving her shout out to Sister Charlene Punzalan and greeting her a happy birthday from the local congregation of Perth, Sister Melanie Beltran from Melbourne, Sister Linda S.N., Brother Noli Esperanza, greeting all of the ministers and their families and to all the brethren here in the local congregations across Western Australia's district. Sister Lisa Larson, happy viewing from Ellenbrook, Sister Lady Pennington from Tasmania, in the local congregation of Hobart, Sister Sesquerdo from Queen's Park Local, Sister Wilma Valdez from Melbourne, Brother Vince Carlos from Adelaide, Sister Raquel Calvo from Bankstown in New South Wales, Brother Jojo Olarte from Ellenbrook local congregation, Brother Rowie Barun from Wollongong Group Worship Service, Sister Jean Oriondo from Logan, and Brother Marvin Sampang from Fremantle Local Congregation. And a lot of my fellow choir members here in Sterling are asking for their shout outs as well. We also have a lot of birthday greetings that have happened just across October. Today, Brother Georgie Silverio is celebrating his birthday. Yesterday, our choir leader, Sister Camila Ramos, celebrated her birthday. And three more, we also have Brother Ivan Almodovar and Brother John Tiglao and Sister Elke Nikiota, who all are part of our choir group here in Sterling, celebrating their birthday this month. And also Brother Lance Garrido from our choir is also asking for shout outs as well. Shout outs to everyone. Happy birthday to everyone who has celebrated their birthday this month of October. And thank you very much for always supporting and tuning in to Made in Australia.
Yes, thank you so much, Brother Hans. There's so much support coming in from you guys each and every week. It just increases. We love to see it. Again, if you guys are at any of our activities, a Songs of Salvation, or any of your local congregations activities, and you're tuning into INC Radio today, don't forget to take a photo of you guys viewing today's episode and send it through to your local resident minister or resident evangelical worker so they can send it through to our producers, and we can feature you guys on next week's episode. We'd love to see you guys and support you guys back for being so kind and always tuning into INC Radio Made in Australia's episodes. For now, continue to stay tuned because you are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INC Radio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INC Radio. For the meantime, please watch this video from Brother Gab Esmel from the local congregation of Perth about his own running journey. We'd love to share his experience with you. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Brother Gab. I'm 14 years old and has been his sports chairperson of the local congregation of Perth. I started running to challenge myself and stay fit. What keeps me going is the progress that I see, the mental clarity it gives me, and the drive to keep improving. When I found out that I had the time for it was during like sports carnivals and just doing sports in class in general. What keeps me motivated to keep running is seeing my friends progressing. It makes me want to just like stay hooked onto them and keep on going with them. My favorite place to run is just usually at the local park because you can just get together with your friends, you guys can train together, and you get that nice breeze when you're running, which motivates you to move faster and train harder. My most rewarding moment was competing in triple jump across all of Western Australia. I placed second in that event. It was a pretty stressful day as like obviously you have the nerves building up in your body, but once you actually start to compete, all those go away and just focus on yourself and like just competing. I had the opportunity to represent WA across all of the country. In that competition, I placed 5th. My advice would just be start off small, take those little steps and just start. You just need to like start with a simple walk and then progress yourself to like a jog. You shouldn't worry about speed or distance at first, just focus on building the habit. Even a short jog or walk is a great beginning.
Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INC Radio Australia Satellite Studio, and that is quite the achievement from our very own Brother Gab Esmel from the local congregation of Perth, who is very competitive and very successful in all of his endeavours when it comes to his athleticism, Brother Hans.
Yeah, very much so, Brother Morgan. And when I did get a chance to speak to Brother Gab, I really commended him because he goes to show that a simple hobby like running could also turn into pretty much personal achievements in our life when we also cultivate these. And that's why we also look up to role models like Brother Gab from Perth. Now, going back into our discussion point, this is something that I would love to hear again. And I would pretend that I would be a beginner, just like I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners and viewers would be if they are going to get into running as a continuous hobby. So let's start off with Brother Rowell and Sister Pat both. If you were to give any advice today to anyone who wants to go start running both, what advice would you give them both?
I'm not recommending to running straight to 10 kilometers to all the beginners. So I recommend to start walking, jogging at least 30 minutes, 3 times a week, and then gradually increase the distance to develop the muscle strength, and then walking, jogging, and running, and then set a goal for that. Let's say how many for the time, the distance. Let's say 1 kilometer, and then for 1 hour something or 30 minutes. So depend to the individual. And then until you reach to have a strong endurance, and then you're physically fit, and then ready for the marathon.
Ooh, okay, that's very good advice, but to really just take things slowly, Brother Wells and Sister Papo. So it really is important that we take baby steps, po. Even from our other brethren who were here today, just like Brother Gab, who mentioned to also take things slow before going into big runs. Now, what about you, Sister Cheryl? What advice po would you give any beginner who would love to go into running po, as a first-time hobby?
My advice, Paul, is just to get properly fitted shoes. And once you've got those shoes, just put the shoes on, get out the door. I think the hardest part is getting out the door. Once you're out and you're walking, start slow, like Brother Well said. And then eventually you'll get that runner's high and you'll just keep running.
Thank you very much, Sister Cheryl. And yes, it is really important also that besides getting into proper shoes, it's also just getting ourselves to actually do the running, which is pretty much sound advice also, because at the end of the day, we also do get to motivate ourselves to get into this wonderful hobby. What do you think, Brother Morgan?
Yeah, absolutely, Brother Hans. It's very important and vital, as both families had mentioned today. Their analogy is to sort of, you need to learn how to crawl before you can walk, is what I gathered, which kind of means you need to master the basic steps or foundational skills of a task before moving on to more advanced or complex ones. The principles apply to many areas, such as Brother Hans had mentioned, taking those baby steps or a baby's physical development, which builds core strength through crawling before learning to walk. So again, know your limits, begin to progress slowly but surely, and by no time at all, you'll be on your way to jogging mountains. All right, so moving along with our questions today for our families, we want to get a bit of more of an insight in ways running has helped bring people together. We'll start with the DePaz family, Brother Orwell and Sister Pat. How has running helped bring people together, whether it's as a family, as friends, or even the wider community, Paul?
So running is a very good hobby, and let's say if you're doing that all the time, you're influencing to the people on how to do the healthy living, to have physically fit and mentally health well-being, and also to build a relationship with your family, and then your husband, like my husband, and also with my kids. They do running as well, like my son in local of Canberra, he doing the marathon as well, and then my two daughters, they're starting to do the running at this moment as well. So that's a really good habit to do this at the start and until you become physically fit. And then because our church administration, we are keep campaigning to become physically fit and mentally healthy to do performing our sacred duty.
Absolutely, Brother Orwell. That's perfect. Contributing to the strengthening of the bonds of brotherhood and family, but as well as uniting the aims and aspirations of the church administration to remain physically fit and active, which greatly, again, contributes to the activeness and contributions to the good works of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ, as well as being influential. We'll circle back to that one shortly. We'll continue on with Sister Cheryl. In what ways has running helped bring your family together, whether it be your family, your friends, or, again, the wider community, Sister?
Running is a good way to bond with your family. Me and my husband do it often together, but it's a good way to get your kids active. We do fun runs sometimes, or we just go around to the local park and run with our kids. A good way to build our health and keep a healthy mind and body.
Yeah, absolutely. Sister Cheryl, again, a healthy body and a healthy mind contributes to just your overall well-being. And again, circling back to Brother Orwell, who had mentioned that your running routine also influences others, and he's correct. Running influences others to be healthier by acting as a positive example and through healthy behaviors, which makes the people more likely to adopt those interactions. Seeing a runner can inspire others to start a fitness routine, which will improve their mental and physical health, as Sister Cheryl had mentioned earlier, which will also experience like a runner's euphoria, which reinforces healthy habits and encourages participation. So great contributions to influencing. If you have brethren or family members around you and you're going for a run, always invite them, as well as invite them to our activities of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. Brother Hans, I do believe we have a few more questions for our families today.
Yes, Paul, Brother Morgan. And the way we'll do this, we'll actually go into not just with our guests, but also to something that I'm looking at right now with the live chat. They are very much asking us to do one of our favorite segments for today, Brother Morgan. So I think it's time to get straight into it. Let's head into everyone's favorite segment. What is it, Brother Morgan? What time is it? It is time for
It's game time.
That's it.
It's game time. Let's play.
And yes, for this question that we have for game time this week, we will be looking into the comment section. Let's get right into it.
All right, to our guests and to our viewers watching today, there'll just be one question, but this one question is the winning question. So if you guys get this one correct in the comment section, you will be announced as the winner for our INC Radio souvenir in next week's episode. So the question was, what is the official distance of a marathon? If you're listening earlier, one of our families did mention the exact distance for a marathon. So is it A, 21.1 kilometers, B, 30 kilometers, C, 42.195 kilometers? It's very specific, that one. Or D, 50 kilometers? Let us know in the comment section. In the meantime, we'll go back to our families and ask what the correct answer may be, Brother Hans.
And okay, Paul, let's go back to the past couple, Paul. What do you think, Paul, would be the answer to this, Paul? This is a very interesting question indeed.
Sister Pat?
Number C, 2.195 kilometers.
Ooh, beautiful guess. Okay, Paul, so we'll take note of that. And what about you, Sister Show? What do you think, Paul, would be the answer to this?
I'll agree with sister and brother po. Letter C, 42.195 po.
Ooh, okay. I think Brother Morgan, we're quite equal on this. So it's 42.195 kilometers. That's a little bit of a tricky number to remember. But yes, Paul, we'll find out next week if our guests and also whoever our lucky winner will be will get the right answer for this. Well, and now let's go back to our guests as well. And Brother Morgan, I believe our guests would also like to have some greetings. And let's start off first with Sister Cheryl. Would you like to give any shout outs or greetings to anyone?
Sorry, Brother Hans, before we continue with our greetings, so sorry, Sister Cheryl, to interrupt you, but we will get today's answer because we do have a correct answer in our live chat. Koya Tech, can we get the correct answer for question number 1 today? So we have C, 42.195 kilometers, and we will give our comment section a shout out because we already have a correct answer from you today, which is Brother Carlo Fallon, who answered correctly C. So he is from the local congregation of Adelaide. Brother Carlo, kindly let us know your local congregation and where you're from so we can forward you our INC Radio souvenir for today. But we are running out of time today, brethren, so we want to give our guests and families an opportunity to give their greetings for their family and friends today. So we'll start with Sister Cheryl. Sister, is anybody special would like to give a shout out to today?
I just want to say hi to my kids, Giandre, Corvin, and Havana, and my ever supportive husband, Brother Jardine. And hello to the local congregation of Dean Park, especially our residing minister, Brother Richard Esperanza, as well as to my family in the Philippines who are watching, and to my nanay and to Mami Nancy.
Thank you so much, Sister Cheryl. A big shout out to all of you. And for the DePaz family, last but not least, is there anybody you'd like to give a quick shout out to before we wrap up today's episode?
Big shout out to Castro family, Lipas family, Concepcion family, and the Sterling, local of Sterling. Big shout out.
Yeah, big shout to all the brethren for the local of Sterling, Ecclesiastical District of Australia, is our Sterling residence minister, Brother Rene Malyari, and also to all the district ministers, Brother Nolly from the District of Western Australia, Brother Orly from the District of Queensland, Brother Seth Gutierrez from the District of New South Wales, and Brother Reb or Romy Beltram from the District of Victoria. And also, advance happy birthday to Brother Felix, Assistant District Minister of Western Australia, and Sister Nancy Orebilio, both on October 31.
Thank you so much, Brother Rowell, Sister Pat, and Sister Cheryl. It's been an honor to have you guys with us. We look forward to all the more seeing you guys in a live chat in our upcoming episodes, because we know you guys are always in there giving support to INCradio Made in Australia. Again, a big, big thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you taking us on your journey in your routine to jogging and your activeness inside the Galatian in Christo. That will wrap up today's episode, brethren, and to our fellow men viewing, stay tuned this season as we continue exploring what it's like to live, work, and thrive in the land down under.
And thank you very much to all of our viewers, commenters, and our guests for today. And as well to our Christian family organizations. Thank you very much for giving us opportunities to create wonderful episodes for our show, just like today's episode.
Absolutely, Brother Hans. A pleasure to have Brother Hans, the handsome Brother Hans Natividad, joining us each week. And above all, we love to thank our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Iranio V. Manalo, and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. On behalf of INCradio Made in Australia, brother, we would like to greet our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, a happy, happy birthday, for who will be celebrating his birthday October 31st this year. For until then, we will see you all again next week. Take care and God bless. For
From the bushland to the beaches and everywhere in between, let's thank this week's Mates of Mia.
From the local congregation of Manor Lakes,
we are